So, hi Catherine, very happy you give me a chance to interview you. So, at the beginning of the interview, could you give me a self-introduction about yourself?
Sure. My name is Catherine, and I work here at Villa Gardens, which is a retirement community in Pasadena, California. I'm the summer house manager, which means that I manage and oversee the care of residents who live in this special dementia program, and it's my responsibility to develop a therapeutic program for people with dementia. I studied for my bachelor's at Santa Clara University, and I majored in psychology and discovered gerontology along the way, and decided that I really wanted to pursue it further and went to USC to receive my Master's of Science in Gerontology.
Okay. So, the first question is, what did you choose this field of work? Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I chose this field because it's a personal reason, really. I think it started for me when I was in college and my grandfather developed Alzheimer's disease, and I was a sophomore in college, and I didn't know what Alzheimer's disease was, so I started volunteering and really discovered that I was passionate about helping this population, and I chose the field to provide really love and kindness and support for the individuals going through dementia and also their family members and loved ones.
Okay. So the second question gonna be, what do you like and dislike about this work?
I really enjoy being on the ground floor and helping oversee the program, the day-to-day life, really bringing a quality life to residents with dementia, and also working and educating the caregivers who are providing the activities and the care. So it's a teaching role, and it's a really great opportunity to make a big impact in a person's life when there's so many different fears and anxieties about dementia.
Right. Exactly.
And in terms of what I dislike, there's not really anything that I dislike about this work. It's just because it's so new for me, I'm still adjusting. I just started this job about 6 weeks ago, so I'm still really adjusting to life within a senior living community.
Okay.
Instead of life working in a nonprofit or kind of more behind the scenes work. But I know this is the population I want to work with.
Okay. Okay. The next question is, looking back over your career, what would you have done differently, or if you just it's a start work for you? So, do you think why do you like this, or do you think how does work differently as other maybe works in this career?
How is this work
Differently? Yeah.
I guess just in the short time that I've been working, I guess after graduation, my only regret is that I didn't do a double degree in also social work, because gerontology, even though it's been around since the 1970s, there's still kind of an educational issue in the workforce. People really don't understand what we do, what we can do in the workforce. So it's having a social work and gerontology both would have been beneficial because I enjoy working with families as well as with the client, the resident himself or herself. In terms of how this is different. So before this job, I worked at Alzheimer's Orange County, which is a nonprofit organization that serves people and families in the community with dementia. So the work, the purpose in my life was the same, providing love and education in the community. But the pace of life, the pace of work is totally different when you're working in an actual community.
Yeah, in real life. Yeah.
When real life comes,
Mhm.
that's really been the biggest change for me.
Right. Okay. Here's the last question. What do you see as the future of aging service management?
I think there's a really big future because there's a lot more people are living longer.
Yeah.
People are coming to communities when they need more help. There's also the workforce shortage of caregivers just in families in general, because people are having less children. So I think because there are so many issues to be solved, this is the wave of the future. In our future, we need to know about all these issues, and there's so many different ways we can solve them. So what's the future for you as an aging services manager is to really to get a good sense of all of the issues,
Yeah.
and to understand how we can solve those issues with creative solutions. There's a lot of technology that can help us solve some of the problems. And here for dementia, there's technologies involved, but also a lot of practical solutions
Right.
for day-to-day and communication. So I think technology is an area that's going to be booming for gerontology, and I think also music. Music really has a great power to improve the mood of people with dementia. So there's so many different. I really think the world is your oyster. It's just really an issue of communicating that to the employers.
Yeah.
To the employers, to let them know what you do, what you can offer, and really help them understand your value to the company.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.